people had then indicated that it was a huge owlbear who had rampaged through the area and then sloped back off. Thankfully, it left a very easy trail to follow, which led the party down, across the river and into a large series of caves. The party entered in via the front door and found the doorbell, by which I mean shrieking mushrooms, which acted very true to their name, but thankfully only alerted one of its denizens, a shambling mound that had a swarm of centipedes residing inside it. So we now enter in as the party has just about finished off the shambling mound, searched through the area, and found the body of a previous adventurer who had unfortunately been told that the wand of lightning bolt that he was clutching inside his corpse's hand would be very helpful against a shambling mound, which, as can be obviously seen, did not go so well for them. So, with Jin, Mara, Gore, and Coriel taking a moment to catch their breath after taking down the shambling mound, it does seem that things have quieted down a moment, where you're not safe, but you're not in immediate danger.
I am so sick. One of those centipedes bit me.
That wasn't the centipede, that was the mushroom flail.
That was even worse. Why can't I remember that? I must be really sick.
I'm sure you could just walk it off, Gore, someone your size.
Maybe. Jen, can you take a look at me, please? I feel really bad.
Jin's going to roll his eyes. Heal check. Look him over. Or do you want something else?
I'll go with that one. Nice one. So, Gore was hit by the what's called violet venom or violet rot sometimes, usually depending on how pure the source was. So you can see a series along one of Gore's arms where it's certainly not getting any worse, but there is a definite patch of rot that's started to set in and is starting to weaken him.
Right.
So it looks like he's shrugged off the worst of it, so it's not going to get any worse, but it has caused some damage.
Okay. So Jin will probably reckon that's absolutely fine. You have nothing to worry about. Literally just walk it off. Or is there some way to fix that?
You think restoration to heal the damage the poison has caused is probably the way to go here.
Yeah.
Which is not prepared.
Oh dear.
I feel I've been let down by my leader. I am devastated.
Well, the good news is, from everything that I've been able to discern about the poison, it's not going to get any worse.
So
It's not one of those ones that just keeps ticking and ticking and ticking until you die.
Jin's going to sort of nod like, yeah, don't think it's getting any worse.
Well, I trust you, Jin. If you say that if I'm not gonna fall over, I guess.
Just don't touch the ones I'm holding.
So from where everyone is, you can see a cavern heading off over into the north, where previously the Blade Breathers had noted there were probably some spiders living there, judging from the webbing that's coming out from the walls there. There's a passage to the south that appears to lead back outside. And Gore, you can notice that the wall you're currently on seems to curve around to the right. And also there's the large obvious passage in the middle.
I'll take a look around the corner. Big passage, small passage. What were we doing?
It's a quite small passage. This narrow tunnel is only about 5 feet high and slopes gently to the south. Water drips from numerous cracks in the ceiling to flow down the passage in small rivulets.
I do not want to go down there. I am too tall. Mara, is that your sun speed over here?
Oh, yes, Leggles, come here.
Let's have a look around to the let's go this way. Up the big slope.
I think we should make sure the side passages are completely clear before we go doing anything stupid like
they're
jumping
not
ahead.
very tall though.
You can duck.
All right, let's do this side passage then. At least this side passage is not quite as like awful.
Okay. The narrow tunnel here widens into a natural cavern, the dimensions of which are hard to discern for the thick sheets of webbing that fill the place.
Sounds flammable.
Are we talking about webbing that will impede our movement? Levels of webbing.
It looks like you'd be able to push through it if you wanted to.
Okay.
Mitu, can I have light from my character because I've got the ever burning torch?
Yes, I should be able to sort that.
I mean, Jin providing light is also good, but
There you go. You should shed light now.
Nice.
fabulous. Thank you.
Let me just give me a perception check as you walk that way.
From whom?
From Gore.
15.
Ah, that's why. I was searching for the wrong thing. There you are. You can't see anything in there apart from webbing, Gore.
It seems
Shall
clear
I
to me.
send in the peed?
Yeah, it seems clear.
Shall I send in the peed?
Is that the small cavern, or
The one up to the north.
was that the one that was like 5 foot?
Stop there, Gore. And let's roll
Trapdoor
initiative.
spider. Yay!
That is the initiative for Jin. How has Jin gone before Coriel?
Not to worry, because you are all surprised.
There's nothing here. Why should I be surprised?
Those are bears, sir.
Ah, I understand.
No, it's fine. Those are definitely
They're not.
spiders.
I don't like it.
Gore, do you have anything that prevents you from being surprised?
Let me double check. So I think there is a thing. Doop doop doo. I'm gonna go with no, just because I can't spot anything on my sheet that says so. Yeah, and I don't have the thing that allows me to enter into a rage as part of like war initiative. I don't think.
Hey. As you step in, you appear to have stepped on some webbing as 3 spiders descend from the ceiling and rush towards you.
Okay, so rolling on flat-footed, I guess.
Yes.
Cool. In fun news, my flat-footed AC is as good as my regular AC.
But appear to sink their fangs mostly into your armor.
Yeah, that all messes.
And then... And then crawling down, some more spiders raise up their abdomens and throw webs at you. So these ones... these ones will target your touch AC.
Okay.
13.
That hits. That hits. That also hits.
You are encased in webbing, which entangles you.
Okay.
You can attempt to escape with a escape artist check or burst it with a strength check.
Whilst entangled, I can't do anything else, can I?
Entangled. Yeah, there should be an option for it on your character sheet to let you know exactly what it does. Entangled. Where are you? You move at half speed, cannot run or charge, take a -2 penalty on attack rolls, and a -4 penalty to dexterity.
Yep, done that. Cool, that's fine. I can still hit people. That's all I care about.
Okay. Jin, you hear muffled sounds of violence from the cavern ahead of you.
Not knowing what's going on, Jane is going to start moving. Jin doesn't have a huge amount of speed because he is incredibly encumbered. Jin is going to cast Divine Favor on himself.
Mm-hmm.
standard action. And just get himself ready to join in the fight as and when. Jin's turn.
Mara, the cavern, it turns out, was full of spiders.
Oh no, who'd have thought it? Okay, very quick question. If I sorry, I've got my D&D player head on here. I know in D&D webs are flammable. Do these webs look flammable? Because I'm very conscious the gore is currently covered in them, and so I don't really want to set it all on fire if he's going to burn to a crisp.
So the webs do have hit points. So I will say yes.
Cool. No fire bombs then. Got it. And everyone is in a cluster, which makes it very difficult to use, say, a lightning bolt line because gore is right in the middle of any line I would draw. So instead, I'm going to move up this far and pull out one of my shiny new and very short-lived poison whips, which has a 15-foot reach, and I'm going to whip me up a spider. I'm assuming you want a fortitude save from me to not get poisoned?
One from you, yes.
Cool. Please, just 3 or more. Not a 1 or a 2. That's all I'm asking from you, dice. Please be kind. I think I'm okay.
You are safe.
Yay. Do 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 do. That's a crit. I don't think it confirms though, sadly.
Just shy, sadly.
Sad times. I hit them though. That's nice. I will have a fortitude save from the spood, please. DC 15.
Do.
Presuming those modifiers are accurate, that looks like not enough.
It is not.
Excellent. Happy days. Evil cackling. You just gave me the stats for this. The flesh around the point of contact begins to swiftly rot away, exposing raw bone. So yeah, that's 4 points of strength damage and 3 points of con damage. Thank you for rolling.
Okay, so that will...
And also, I think 2 points of just actual standard slashing damage from the whip component. Oh no, only 2 plus 2. 4.
That spood does
Wow,
not look good.
I wish I could keep these. This is so good. That's all I got. End turn.
Coriel. Gore has committed one of the classic blunders. Which
Entering
is...
into a land war with a Sicilian.
Never.
I think you're mixing of metaphors there.
Let's see.
It wouldn't be fun unless I committed a classic blunder.
That's going to be 2 attacks of opportunity, but I am willing to accept my fate.
Oh no.
I'm trying to get myself there,
Mm-hmm.
potentially taking 2 attacks of opportunity, I think, from those 2 spiders.
You are indeed. Luckily, they both whiff horribly.
I was going to say that is much lower than my AC. Swift action, I will study this boy here.
Bloop.
And stibbity stabbity.
That very nearly kills it outright.
I'll take that. So I literally kind of go rushing past Gore, probably do like a quick vault over Gore.
Whilst I'm covering webbing going.
And sort that out. Okay, and that's my turn.
Gore, it
So-
is your turn.
As a free action, I enter a rage in a move surprising absolutely nobody. I'm then going to make a standard action attack on Poison Spider.
Mhm.
I'm going to use Great Cleave. So, attack on Poison Spider is a 21 to hit for 16 slashing damage.
Kills it outright.
Cool. Then on the one next to it, that is a 31 to hit for 16 damage.
Finishes that one off.
Cool. Then the one that looks like
And then into
Coriel.
Coriel, yes.
The other spider who's been untouched. 31 to hit for 16 damage.
Takes it down as well.
Amazing.
Wow, I feel
I'm
very
then going-
late.
I'm then going to sort of try to move forward and then realize that I can't and look very sad.
You can still move, you're just at half speed.
Oh! I'm ready for next round.
Spooders were not a fan of that. So they're going to crowd around you.
You shocked me.
So the two that are flanking you are going to get in bites. 2 dirty 20s.
They were both hits.
Okay. So they're going to bite. I will need 2 fortitude saving throws for you, please.
Mm-hmm. 21 and 22.
Okay, you are safe. You take 5 points of piercing damage.
Cool.
And then the third one, who is not flanking, will probably
This
miss.
is- Yep.
Over to Jin.
Uh,
Gosh, I love classic blunders. What if we didn't do scouting? What if I just face tank all of the ambushes?
Jin's going to have to double move to get himself to there.
The spiders appear unaffected by his Archon's aura.
I didn't know if that was that actually active.
I'll say yes.
I don't know what it does.
It will probably go down after this combat encounter, but I'll keep it up for now. But yes, the spiders are unaffected by it.
Okay, but yeah, so I had to double move, so that is the turn.
All right.
1, 2, 3. Actually, no, yeah. 2 down to here. Continue whipping spiders. Hello, spider.
Okay, fort save for Bew and then an attack roll.
Again!
Every time.
Boo. I succeed. That's a 24.
Yep.
Miss. Sulk. And turn.
Alas. Coriel.
I'm not a combat character, guys.
So this time I will acrobatics myself to here to get into flanking.
Okay, give me a check.
Ta-da.
That passes the DC. You're able to move over.
Fabulous. And swift action study this one, because I'm guessing the one I had studied was dead.
It's super dead.
Yeah. So yeah, study that one. And
Blort. Straight through the head.
splurge. Love it. Love to see it.
And go.
Okay. So just to be nice, I'm going to start with this spider and then work my way around again. So we will do a great cleave. And this time I am going to activate extra rage power to do an extra d6 fire damage in every strike.
Mm-hmm.
So the one to the bottom of me. I think I miss.
You do.
Oh, that's devastating.
That one.
I'm pretty certain that means that it doesn't work at all.
Unfortunately, no.
Oh, oh well,
you are caught in your webs.
devastating. Let's go knock off another rage.
So get another turn in a surprising turn of fate.
I forgot to add my damage reduction to that last round of attacks. Aha. Plus 2 hit points back.
So we're gonna get one spider on Coriel, one spider on Gore.
Hmm.
Chomp. And chomp. Those will both miss.
Yep.
Back to Jin.
Jin is going to give the spider next to him some first world problems. Let's double check what, because I put divine favor down.
Wait, what did Jin enter melee?
Because that's all I know how to do.
+1 luck bonus on attack and weapon rolls for each 3 caster levels. So it'll be
Yes, that's
+2.
a +2. Yep, I've noted that in. And
That hits.
excellent.
It is not a Fey.
No, I assumed it wouldn't be.
As one badly injured spider, as a spurt of blue comes up from the wound. And Mara.
Hello. I can't actually see Jin anywhere on this map.
He is.
Right next to you.
Nope, that's just showing me a dead spider.
Hang on. Oop, that's just making it bigger. One sec. There we go. Can you see him now?
Ah, he was under the spider. I understand.
It's was a spider all along.
Mara is going to move 1, 2, 3, very carefully, not moving within melee range of any of the spiders. Is going to pull out her dagger and is going to attempt to cut Gore free of the webbing from behind.
Okay.
I don't know if that's how that works, but I'm trying it anyway.
It is. Let's see. There's a give me an attack roll, and we'll see what happens.
Cool.
I'm about to get stabbed in the butt, aren't I?
We shall see.
Possibly not. And the best damage I've ever rolled on a dagger as well.
I was debating. I think that's good enough to slice through the webbing without catching Gore.
I have no objection to taking 1 point of damage because at least I can use damage reduction on that.
No, that's fine. You are cut free. And are no longer
That's all I
entangled.
got, folks.
Incredible.
Coriel.
Okay. I'm gonna tumble to here again. Like keep tumbling so I'm back in a flanking position.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to safely assume that that's...
Yep.
And study. And stab.
It's still alive, but only just.
Okay, that will be my turn.
Gore.
Okay. I think it's time for. If I do a full run attack, can I split the attacks up?
Yes, you can.
Cool.
Yeah, you choose each attack one after the other.
Cool. In which case, I'm going to full run attack, and I'm going to start on this one. We'll put first one into them. I assume it's all going to pre-roll, unfortunately. Here we go. So first one to them is 27 for 22 damage. Assuming that kills it, the next attack will then go on to the one that's been injured.
Crunch, crunch.
Wonderful. Then I will stop raging.
That appears to be the last of them.
Cool. Knock off another rage. Whew.
Right. Can't believe
That
I'm
was
having
strange.
to-
I thought this room was empty.
I can't believe I'm having to say this again. Like, if I had a silver for every time I've said this, I would have 2 silver. Which isn't much, but it's annoying.
Coriel, if you want to go ahead, please be my guest.
You hear
Thank
Sock's
you.
voice. You hear Sock's voice from the back going, "Told you there were spiders."
It's all right. I will just sit over here. You go ahead and tell me where to go.
Hang on, it's dangerous to go alone. Take this.
Coriel's reaction to her suddenly having a centipede next to him is going to be somewhat like Dwight from the US office when Angela just appears next to him, just turns and just swears. Right. Start sleuthing and stealthing down the corridor.
Okay, give me a. There's a check I want for this, but I need to double check what it is.
Stealth.
Fortitude saving throw.
Give me a perception check as you go through, Goriel.
Sure. Perception, inspiration on top of that.
That's enough for you to navigate past the webbing that chokes through this this passageway and avoid getting yourself netted.
Probably with the torch, like my ever burning torch, kind of in front of me, just sort of.
That certainly helps.
Okay. Before going any further, because surprise, surprise, Coriel is getting twitchy. Going to drop a heightened awareness extract. And carry on for a bit.
Okay, so as you're making your way through the webbing, you can hear 2 major noises coming from the room ahead of you. The first is a loud buzzing sound from lots and lots of flies.
No, thank you.
Of the mundane variety. And the second is a soft hooting noise.
going to look down at the centipede and question whether or not I want to try and use it to communicate with Mara. Not entirely sure what its capabilities are, and even if it is even cognizant of me talking. I'm guessing there's that sort of strong sort of animal lair sort of smell starting to creep in.
The main spell you feel you catch in here is decay. So in the eastern portion of this cavern, you can see a large carcass of some great beast surrounded by at least half a dozen humanoid bodies.
I'm going to quickly scurry back to the others and let them know what I found.
Cool. I'll add in.
So as far as I can tell, I think we're close to where the owlbear is nesting, but I think we found its pantry. There's a lot of decaying sort of stuff stacked up in this next chamber.
Oh, yeah.
But so far, no sighting. But it sounds like something is. I'm going to guess the soft hooting would basically be, yeah, that's a sleeping owlbear.
It was coming from underneath the large body.
Yeah, I think we may be on this thing's territory, like very close to being on top of this thing.
Wait. Underneath. There's a soft hooting coming from underneath the body.
Yeah.
Is the body also an owlbear?
Give me a knowledge nature check, Coriel. Or knowledge arcana, actually.
Because I'm suddenly thinking cub.
You are pretty sure that used to be an owlbear.
Yeah, that may have been an owlbear.
Too small to match the description you got from Strikewall, though.
Not big enough to be the one that attacked the town, so yeah, possibly cub. Possibly...
Dead mummy owlbear, angry daddy owlbear, baby.
Or rival, or territory rival.
All I'm saying is there's a possibility that we get a pet baby owlbear out of this, and I am for it.
Those things are not nice. They're not pleasant. They're not easy to tame.
And?
Okay.
Start hearing the sound of heavy footsteps echoing from the cavern south of you.
Oh, I don't enjoy that. Do we want to loop back round south, or do we want to carry on through to this other chamber?
We can keep exploring. I do not mind. I've been told I'm not allowed to enter rooms first, so I can only go where you go, Coriel.
I'm not saying you have to follow me or like do what I tell
No,
you.
no, that's exactly what you said. I'm not allowed to go in front. I have to follow you. So please, Coriel, go wherever you wish, and I'll be approximately 20 feet behind you at all times.
It's more just the fact I don't want to see you. I don't want to see you die because you're very useful to have in front of things.
So you do want me to go in front of you?
No, well, yes, but no, but
Oh, you need to make your mind up, Coriel.
no.
Is it possible that the big cave system you saw loops back around to underneath, and it's the owlbear again. She said, hopefully.
I think so. I think they're like these caverns are all sort of interconnected. Like I don't think it's a one path, one
I
direction.
mean, at least there's not two monstrosities.
There is that. Shall we take a moment and I can brew us up some lovely drinks?
Depends how long your moment is, because all of my lovely drinks will wear off.
I mean, I just need a few seconds to give us all some delicious, average quality mead or wine.
That's fine.
And we'll all be a little bit better at listening and spotting things. So yeah, I'm going to tears to wine. Is a +2 enhancement bonus on all intelligence and wisdom based skill checks. For anybody that wants to drink.
Yeah, sure. Yep.
Yeah, I'll take a drink of that. +2 enhancement, intelligence, wisdom based. Okay.
So primarily that's going to be perception and sense motive for folks.
From inside the cavern that Coriel had just scouted, you hear a deep sound that is half hoot, half growl.
Well, that sounds like mum/dad mad as we're here.
I mean, can you hear them coming?
I'm guessing I'm not hearing them like approaching down a corridor or anything.
You do hear them stomp close to the cavern where you are.
From this side or this side?
From the eastern side. And then the eastern side of the cavern rumbles as something smashes into the side of it.
Oh dear.
And you hear a
I think
hooting
we know we're here.
roar.
Do I get the impression he knows we're here?
Be a safe guess.
Okay, so running is no longer an option.
Yeah.
So I suspect he's unable to fit down this corridor.
Yeah.
So either he is trying to collapse this part of the tunnel so we can only engage with him from one way, or this is a go away.
Or he's digging.
Let us back off and try the other side passageway.
Yeah, that's a sound call.
Yes, please. I would like to be extremely stealth.
Yeah, give me stealth checks as you're heading through.
Considering I have a -4 on that check right now, I'm quite happy with that.
I'm going to spend inspiration to improve mine. Oh wow.
How am I more stealthier than Coriel?
Oh no. Oh, Leggles.
And I'll roll one for Jin as well.
Okay. As you're heading through, you bump into the blade breathers rushing in from the other way as they breathlessly try to tell you that, oh no, it's on the move, and you crash into each other in a what would normally be a hilarious slapstick moment.
Okay, so I think any element of surprise you may have had is gone.
In which
Once
case, we're gonna have to fight it, right?
Yeah.
you once again hear the thunderous roar of the creature coming from the southeast.
Okay, so we need a plan of actually fighting it. I suspect I can only get hit by it 2 or 3 times before I start suffering very grievous injuries.
How are you looking damage-wise at the moment?
I am as healthy as I can be, excluding the rod. If I could have one of those shield potions and a strength potion right now, that'd be really helpful.
I would need. I think I'm out of strength potions. Did I not give you one already? I'm certain I've given you one already. I must have done.
Jin takes a moment and makes some gestures and chanting, and hasn't filled in the information on the spell.
I would need 1 minute for the shield. If you don't already have the strength on you, then I'm tapped.
I think I do have the strength potion on me.
I was going to say, Jin can cast Bull Strength on you if you need.
Let's save Jin's spells for healing.
Do we also have? Is anyone here using a bow? I can't remember.
Not really.
Okay.
Cool.
Jin has plenty of channel energies for heal. There's plenty of channel energy for healing.
Then if a full strength and a shield,
spells.
and then we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Do you want Jin to cast the Bull Strength on you?
Yes, please.
Okay, that is done.
I thought you already had it in the potion.
In fact, yes, I've got the potion version. Let me use the potion version. We'll save the magic. Also, +4 strength.
And I can do you another shield, but it'll take me a minute.
That's all right. Let's just assume I'm going to get beaten up like a ragdoll.
Coriel's going to buff himself with a few extracts, one of Cat's Grace and one of Anticipate Peril, as well as the heightened awareness he's already taken.
Oh, there's definitely peril. The peril's right there. we can point to the peril.
My plan is hide behind the hench people and take chunks off its strength with glorious poison. And hope it's not just so incredibly hench that it blitzes through the fort saves.
Okay. I think I'm as ready as I'm going to be.
I will. The last thing I'm doing is I am pulling out my one prepared bottle of True Strike, and I'm holding it in my hand so that I can chug it at the start of the turn for free.
And so if you can try and poison the bear, that might be quite helpful. But I suspect that poisoning it can be quite difficult.
I'm going to do my best.
Do you need further AC boosting?
Given that I lose my AC when I rage, I suspect it's not that helpful.
Well, say a plus.
I mean, I'll take a Cat's Grace potion if you've got one.
Well, it's going to be a Shield of Faith from Jin, which would be a +3.
I'll take that. AC. I'll take that.
Yeah, it's a +3 deflection bonus.
Mm-hmm. All right. Okay. let's. I will raise my axe in a defensive stance, and let's us step round the corner to here. Oh my lord!
You see it around about the same time that it sees you, Gore.
Oh,
Oh,
that's a
dear.
big bear. That's a very big bear. I would like to enter a rage if that's possible. Knowing around the corner is the big boy. Oh, he's a big bear. Am I able to walk around the corner in a rage, or is that a bit cheeky?
You could have raged before going around.
Okay, that's good. That's an extra 14 temporary hit points. Oh,
I like its name.
The Blade Breather's going to very bravely make sure that nothing comes in from behind. Can I have your initiative roll, Mara, please?
Sorry, my computer crashed. Not the computer, the page crashed. I had to reload it. I'm just back in. There we go.
There we go.
It was doing a very weird thing where half of the chat box would scroll and half of it would not. So I had like this very interesting like split effect.
So, Gore, you notice several things simultaneously. The first is that this owlbear is massive, way bigger than any you've seen before. The second thing you notice is that it has barding on it. Someone has someone has successfully managed to put some kind of armor over this creature.
Why?
And the third thing you notice is that it charges straight for you.
that's less of a notice, more of a. Oh well.
In fact, it can hit you from there.
Of course it can. You wanted to make what a pet? Making it armor to put a saddle on it is just the next step of the evolution of your process.
Yes, but see, then it would be mine and that would be okay.
Oh,
So,
this is gonna
Gore,
hurt. Yeah,
does a 39 hit you?
it does. Basically, regardless of like any situation I could be in, a 39 would hit me.
We're screwed.
Nah, it's fine. You just need to keep. I'm going to be I'm going to be like one of those like pinata machines. You just got to keep filling me with delicious healing candy, and everything's fine.
You take 14 points of slashing damage.
Mm-hmm. And
And what's your CMD?
my combat is 22.
Oh, you are grappled.
Oh, even better. Right,
I
conditions.
don't even need to roll. You are grappled. As it swipes a claw out you and grabs you.
Incredible. If I'm grappled by it, I assume I am in range of hitting it.
I'll let it. I'm gonna say it grabs and pulls you in range, like that.
That's very kind. Otherwise, it'd be really unfortunate. I'm like, I can't hit the hand that's grabbing me because legal reasons. 14 damage. Okay, that's fine.
Oriel, there is owl violence happening.
The muffled sound of owl violence down the corridor.
It's not muffled. It's very loud.
Let's double check where I'm gonna.
You just hear a shout from Gore going, "It's going as expected."
Yeah, I'm going to move myself to that. Oh heavens, yes. I'm going to study yon beastie.
Yon beastie.
If I were to throw a splash weapon, obviously at it, would the splash then still affect Gore, or would it just be if
Gore is currently grappled inside one of its paws.
Okay, I'm trying to think if I aimed for like a specific area of the owlbear that wasn't so close.
I think you would hit Gore regardless.
Noted.
I forgot the damage reduction. Oh,
That is a point. It's only 1 point to splash damage.
and I do have damage reduction.
Yeah. Yeah, this is getting acid flasked. It may not go well.
Right, so but my I think it's from a weapon or a natural attack. Is an acid flask a weapon or a natural attack?
It is neither of those things.
Damn.
I was going to
I can take
I
one
think
acid damage. It's fine. In the grand scheme of things, one acid damage compared to the bite that's coming next round for me, it's not going to make any difference whatsoever.
I studied strike. I studied combat. I don't think. Yeah, melee attack roll, so it's not going to impact on this. But I'm gonna yeet it anyway. Although that is...
You throw it, and it crushes against its barding, causing only very minor damage.
Oh
no,
damage is damage. I will accept that and just be like, okay, Mara, this might be throwing stuff at this might be more your wheelhouse. And that's my turn.
Speaking of which,
1, 2, 3, 4. Oh my fucking good lord!
That's one
Sorry.
for swear jar.
I'm sorry.
I'll say
Well
I'm not even
deserved.
angry.
I think that was justified. But still, yes, you are correct. That's one for the jar.
Ooh.
Oh dear.
It's going as expected.
I am going to attempt to. I'll make my fortitude save as deserved. Attempt to whip the bear.
Oh no.
Oh no.
I think you just make the save, if I remember rightly, because that's a 16.
Yes, I've got a +4, so that makes it 16 because it's against poison.
Yeah.
Like I said, I can fail this roll, but only on a 1 or a 2, which is why I'm still using the whips.
Yeah, you feel a tingle from your hands as you raise the whip to strike.
Come on, don't fail me. That's not going to succeed.
You hit leather,
Balls.
unfortunately.
And it's fine. I have a secret weapon for next round. I couldn't use it this round because I had to move. But next round, I will hit the bear.
Gore, you
Probably.
are grappled.
I would like to full round attack, please, Alex.
Uh,
I'll be going for a strong opener, so I will be using my elemental rage power. So let's see how this goes. So
Grappled creatures cannot take an action that requires 2 hands to perform.
where does it say that?
In the grappled condition.
Damn. In which case, I will drop the Great Axe and draw out my +1 Thundering Darkwood. Oh, it's a great club. It's two-handed. Damn. Oh, this is really bad. Hang on. Hand axe it is. Or I can just try and break the grapple. Breaking the grapple is a strength check, or is it a
It is it's a CMB check.
CMB check? Hmm,
I will tell you for free, you are not likely to succeed.
no.
This creature is much stronger than you are.
What's the downside for using a two-handed weapon with one hand?
That
I
I
only
don't
say
know.
this because I need to program my hand axe with extra benefits.
I think if it's two-handed and you try and use it one hand, there's probably at least a -2 penalty.
-2 penalty on attack rolls.
I will deal with that. That's fine.
Hang on, one sec. Wield smaller creatures. Sadly, you cannot use them to attack.
Okay, you've got to give me a second to program something in, if that's okay.
Yep,
I'm going
no
to
worries.
attack it. If you want to move on to Jin, I will once I have programmed this.
Yeah, we'll move on to Jim while we're waiting.
What's I program? Right, okay, you're that. And then the damage is
So I'm going to have Jin double
oh,
move
you'll be
to
one
here.
less because of how that works. So that becomes this.
And that will have to be his turn.
Hoot.
Multiply that. Okay, I am ready.
Okay, give me your attack, and then the
Cool,
owlbear shall
so-
respond.
Amazing. Cool. A 25 to hit for 17, a 14 to hit for 16. And then I will bite it because hubris. A 24 to hit for another 8, and every single one of those that hits gets an extra d6 fire damage.
So that is 2 hits.
Cool.
So I know the AC is somewhere between 16 and 24.
Whatever 7 fire damage, so that is 17, 24, 32 damage total.
Okay, that injures it.
Full range attack, I can't do a move action, right?
You can't move anyway.
Sorry, it's a move action specifically. Is the
Oh, yes.
the full round attack uses my move. Right, okay, cool.
The owlbear is going to throw you, Gore. At
Oh,
Thor.
no.
Reasonable. I mean, that's reasonable. I would too if I was in their position. Plus one constant bonus, not 10. Plus one. Level variant. Hang on. 1 second. Configuration. Power attack. What's the negative of power attack? Is it plus or minus 2?
I think it depends on your
I
base
think.
attack
Oh
bonus.
no, it's fine. It gets counted out with my accuracy thing. There we go. They're basically 1 for 1.
Hey,
Fine.
so
Yeah, I get yeeted. How much damage, sir?
so you take 14 points of bludgeoning damage and are knocked prone.
I take 13 points of damage because the wall is natural.
Coriel, you are hit by a gore.
Okay.
You take 5 points of bludgeoning damage and are also knocked prone.
Choice words are said.
Hey, look, I injured it.
As it responds to getting hacked into by throwing gore at you,
It's a reasonable response. I'd do it too.
and then moves forward. In fact, it moves up to there. Coriel.
Okay. So it's a move action for me to stand up. Would that still allow me to take a 5-foot step?
I don't believe so. You would also provoke an attack of opportunity. Unless you take a full round action to stand up.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Yeah, full round action to stand up. Sucks, but that's what I'm gonna do.
Hey, Mara.
Cool. As my move action, because I have the accelerated drinker trait, I began the round with my potion of true strike in my hand because I prepared for combat by getting it out of my pocket. I chuck it in the air, catch it in my teeth, and chug it as I lash out with the whip. This gives me a plus 20 attack bonus on top of all my other modifiers.
Okay.
So basically, unless I nat 1 it, I should hit the owlbear.
Fortitude save from you, and then the attack roll.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Even if I fail the fortitude save, can I still make the attack? I just suffer.
Yes.
Cool. Again, barely 16.
That tingle's getting stronger.
Yeah. So that's a 39 to hit.
Yes. So you successfully hit it. The whip, it's like the tentacle itself doesn't appear to do any damage, which appears to more be a function of you're essentially like hitting it with a pool noodle.
Yeah.
But the poison does attempt to stick to the creature, but it seems to shrug it off.
Ah. I'll throw my whips to the floor. There's no point in holding on to them and risking getting poisoned anymore. I've got nothing else. End of turn.
Hey, go. It is your turn. You are prone.
I will spend half my move to stand up.
Okay.
So I
That will
believe
provoke an
Matt,
attack of opportunity.
I thought I was out of range of that.
You are not.
I am 20 feet away from them. 15 feet away from them.
Oh. I guess it depends where you measure range from.
If
Johnny,
I go
can you give me some help with this one?
Closest corner,
So-
I am 15 feet away.
So what's its reach?
15 feet.
I would say I'm in range then. That's fine. I have to get into combat with it. I'm just going to take the hit.
It will
So
take a swipe
this
at
is
you.
a. What is this? It's a huge creature.
Yes.
So its reach would be 2 squares around it in every direction, basically. Looking at the infographic.
I mean, I'm going to provoke attack of opportunity anyway when I move for its threatened space in a second.
Okay. Does a 28 hit you as you come in?
28 will hit me as I come in, yes.
Oop. So that is 13 points of slashing damage as you come in.
Okay. Take 12. Oop. I can't even make a single attack because I moved. But I will get to bite it still. So, big attack. So I will stow my hand axe, pull out the great axe. 22 to hit for 19. And then a cheeky bite for an extra 9.
It's not quite bloodied yet, but it's getting there.
Cool. That is my turn.
Over to Jin.
Okay. Jen is.
I am looking bloodied, by the way. No, sorry, no, I'm looking injured. I'm not quite bloodied.
Jen's gonna step back here, 5-foot step. Probably still in reach actually. So it's going to be cast defensively.
Yep.
Um,
DC is 15 plus double the spell's level.
Hope this works. Just. So that's including the +4 from casting defensively.
Okay.
To cast prayer.
Ba-ba-da-ba-da.
So everybody's going to get that +1 bonus on attack, damage, saves, and skill checks, while the owlbear gets -1 penalty on it.
Give him a little angel token.
Anything that can be done as any sort of action that's not standard.
He's got a move action left.
Yeah,
If
I'm
there's
just trying to see
anything
if
that
there's
he's in.
anything that's a move or a swift action, and I don't think there is.
Yeah, nothing comes immediately to mind.
Yeah. Yep, okay, that's the turn.
Hoot. Okay. Gore, you're going to take a full attack. I apologize in advance.
No, this is reasonable. It's only fair.
So, first claw. The 22 to hit.
Because I am raging, that hits.
Okay. So that is 18 slashing damage, and you are grappled.
Cool, I take 17.
So this is factoring in the prayer penalties, yeah?
Oh, sorry, yes, 21.
That is my AC.
Okay, so it is 17, so down to 16 damage.
Hang on, I just need to add on grappled as a condition. Please continue.
Second claw. There we go. Now I've factored in the prayer.
That definitely hits.
The stats section says mentions rending, but it does not have the rend rule. That's very
It's
helpful.
just flavor text. It's fine.
That strike deals 13 slashing damage.
Down to 12. It's fine. Yep.
And then it's going to bite you.
That's the bit I'm not looking forward to.
18 is a natural 1.
Woo!
It bites the air an inch in front of your face.
Okay, so Gore has gone from being like injured to owie, owie, owie.
Jin's next action is very much chosen, so
It does appear that the owlbear is focusing its attention intently on Gore.
This was the plan.
Coriel.
it doesn't matter because Gore is in a flanking position. Technically, if the owlbear is grappling him, it's not provoking. It's not. I can't provoke attacks of opportunity from it, can I?
It does still have a second claw.
But isn't it classed as grappled? Because it's grappling Gore, so therefore it is grappling.
Both you and the target gain the grappled condition. That is correct.
Get in. Just wait for my computer to catch up so I can actually do something. So I'm going to move to. Where was I trying to get to? That's through its spacer. Yeah, I'm going to move myself around to here. I know I'm not grappling just yet, but this is my last round of studied combat with this thing. I'm going to dab it.
That is a hit.
There's a hit. I will drop studied strike into it. We'll have that.
Okay, it is now bloodied.
Cool. So I'm no longer studying it, but I can renew that next round if I wish. And that's my turn.
Okay, over to Mara.
Could I get the stats on how the wand of lightning bolts works, because I can't find it anywhere online. I should have asked for this sooner. I recognise.
That's all right. 1 second.
I was going to say it's just the lightning bolt spell.
Yes. So spell trigger.
So it would be I think the stats for such a thing would be like the minimum level you can be in that class to cast it.
So I'll need first to use magic.
Sorry, you cut out.
Sorry. I use magic device skill check first.
Cool. Having said I had levels in this, it's not very many.
That is just enough. So you point the You point it and cast the spell.
Cool. Sorry, I was wanting to know sort of what it did before I decided to. Although actually, to be fair, I haven't identified it, so I wouldn't know. So we are finding out by doing.
You raise out the wand, and a strike of lightning emerges out from the end of the wand and crashes into the wall on the other side.
Glorious. Does it go through the owlbear though?
Well, the owlbear's going to try and dodge it.
It is grappled.
It is, so it will have a penalty on this.
Aha.
I think it'd be a DC 14 check on that.
It's 50.
15. Oh.
Okay, so roll 5d6 for me.
Oof! Bad rolls.
The owlbear on instinct dodges away with surprising speed, and the lightning bolt
rolls.
singes some of its fur. It did not look happy about that, though.
Cool. As a free action, I have the spontaneous healing feat. I am going to feel slightly better because that thing can one-shot me.
Good plan.
That's all I got. If anyone does have the stat block for that wand, I would be very grateful just for future.
So
I've got a
at this
picture
stage,
saved in it in the chat for you.
Oh, awesome. Thank you.
At this stage, I'm going to drop my great axe to the floor because there's no way I can swap from one to the other in a sensible manner. So great axe is on the floor, hand axe in hand again, choppy choppy. I can full round attack though.
Yes.
Yeah, so here we go. Hand axe. So first attack is a miss. Second attack is a hit at 31 for 17 damage.
That hits.
And then the bite is 27 to hit for 9 damage.
Looking badly injured now.
There's a lovely great axe on the floor. It's very pretty.
Okay, Jin, it is your turn.
Can take a step and channel energy. Double check.
He does have selective channel, so don't worry about that.
Yep. Spell. 21 damage. 21 damage healed.
I am still bloodied.
That's all I can do.
The owlbear is going to continue its onslaught.
Mm-hmm.
So first is a claw attack. First one is a 33 to hit you.
Oh yeah.
Is 19 points of slashing damage.
Gross.
Second claw will hit. And deal another 15.
I'm on 1 hit point. Does he bite my head off? Let's find out.
I think I have to.
I think you do too.
Okay. There's the roll.
I hit. Because because I am grappled and raging and all the other things that make my stats go down. All right. What negative number insta kills me? Is it negative 11?
I thought it was your
I think it's your
con score.
Constitution score in negative hit points.
Yes, which currently, because I have got rotted, is 11. So minus
Oh,
11 is the magic
no.
number. Oh,
So
And is it
press the
still
button.
rolling with
Press the
minus
button,
one
Alex. Press the button. Press the button.
damage? Is it still rolling with the -1 damages?
yes, that's why it
No.
doesn't always kill Gore.
Right.
No.
So I do have damage reduction. So allow me to demonstrate to you the power of calculators, how either exactly dead I am or dead I am.
Now would be a
You
very good
can't
time to spend some rerolls. Because I believe Gore can survive this.
You need to roll 2 on your damage dice to not kill me instantly.
So 2 and 8, 25% chance.
Let me just double check. There's nothing else lying around in my list of things that I can do that helps. So good news, everybody. I'm a half orc.
Yay!
So you just need to keep me alive, and everything is fine. So I just need to find a hit point from somewhere.
Gore has insides out where they should not be.
Correct.
The
So
owlbear tosses him around, slamming him against the wall in an unnatural, magically induced rage.
So the problem is, Mitsu, I am currently being killed. This doesn't work unless I am not dead.
I think we should spend some rerolls, guys. I think that would be a smart thing to do.
Do we have an instant pass or an instant fail in the party chat, in the party like list of things we have?
Yes.
We do have one instant failure for the DM.
We could just make it a tact mess.
Mm,
I think we should.
yeah,
I think that would be a sensible thing to do.
yeah, I'm down with that.
Okay,
All in
Yes.
favour?
I'm going to strike out your
or-
last, your first and only instant failure. Gore, you have a vision of a time where the owlbear sent you screaming into the great dark beyond. But you just managed to scrape by. Coriel.
Step to here and
That would be a really good time for a big healing spell.
I'll spend a point of inspiration to restudy the owlbear.
Mm-hmm.
And give it a good old stab.
That is a hit.
Oh, good. Okay.
The owlbear is clinging on.
Okay. That is Coriel's turn.
Mara.
I don't think I have enough healing to actually make any meaningful difference to Gore. So instead, I'm going to throw a bomb.
how much a little bit will do right now.
Actually, yeah, no, that was fair. 1 hit point was all the difference. I'm going to 5-foot step. Can I physically reach Gore at this point in time?
Yes.
Cool. Just so I'm aware that he's being suspended several feet in the air by an owlbear at the moment.
You just like flip my ankle or something.
Sure. And I am going to pull out my preserving flask, which has one infusion of cure light wounds inside it, and I'm gonna glug that down his neck. Which I believe does
Okay.
1d8 plus 5 points of healing.
That sounds about right.
Nice. I have 10 hit points on me.
Delicious.
Speaking of gauze,
Kill it.
I'm still grappled, so it is hand axe o'clock. Let's go. A 28 to hit for 16 damage. A 19 to hit.
so your blessing of luck that prevented the bite that would have killed you from going through puts the owlbear's head directly in line with you,
Oh, that's good.
and held in place as you are, you raise up the hand axe, send it down into the owlbear's head, and it collapses.
Oh, that was spicy.
Gore would like
Spicy
to collapse.
o'clock.
Gore is going to collapse now.
It releases you from its grip. The hand axe still lodged in its skull. And it collapses down, dead. Right then. We are going to take this moment to take a quick break. I think now is a good time for the party to catch their breath in and out of character. I think, cognizant of the time it currently is, we'll take 10 minutes, alright? Or should I make it 15?
Time with me.
I'm with 10.
10 minutes it is. We'll be back very shortly to get some water and food and such, and be back at 10 past 2 to finish things up here.
We should have worn our brown pants.
I was so close to backup character. So
See
close.
you all very shortly.
You don't get backup character.
Oh, I
Not
do.
allowed.
Boop, 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 boop.
We are back. Slowly but surely. So close to backup character, Alex. So close.
It's one of those ones where I'm like, I don't like doing something that will almost certainly lead to a character death, if you know what I mean. If I'm like, this has a chance of happening.
I honestly, right? It makes sense for the motivations of the monster, right? If it's gone, you are my problem right now. I have to kill you, then it should try and kill me. I have no issues with that. It's a very barbarian thing to get like, how did you die? Well, I tried to solo an owlbear and it bit my head off. It's all right. The only real downside to me dying is someone have to explain to me how to do character gen again in Pathfinder. Which, given how, for the sake of the audience, given how long it the first time took them to explain to me how to set a barbarian, traditionally the simplest character in Pathfinder, I can only assume it would take approximately a month. I'm not a smart man.
We've got a month between games, though, so that sounds about right.
We do. See, so it would work out, but we'd be immediately hitting the books as soon as the session finished, going, what do I do?
I would point out that you didn't technically try to solo an owlbear. It's just that you are by far the most competent person in the party.
Gore's plan was, I'm going to stand in front of the owlbear like a ragdoll punching bag until it's dead. It's not a great plan. It did work, but it's not a great plan.
It worked through the power of divine intervention.
Also, can you not resurrect me yet?
Not for a while.
Damn. Good to know.
So
there is a spell that can resurrect you, but it's 5th level.
And we are currently only dealing with 4th level spells. I understand. Oh man, imagine playing like a version of Dungeons and Dragons where like a 5th level caster could in fact, resurrect you in like a short amount of time for barely any like inconvenience to your character's development and skills. Imagine.
That'll never catch on.
Absolutely not. I imagine that. Imagine like being revived and not having to like have massive stat penalties for like 10 years in game until it goes away.
But yes, there's a spell called Breath of Life that heals you, and if you're dead, also, if you're very, very recently dead, also brings you back. Okay, so at long last, silence, more or less silence, falls throughout this cave system as the owlbear lies dead in front of you.
I would like to look over the barding on the owlbear and just see if there's any like maker's marks, identifying insignia, or anything like that.
I'm going to ask Jen for a lot of healing. a lot of healing.
Jin will drop a cure critical wounds into you, which I believe, thanks to something he has, will be empowered. So
yes.
It's just the dice value that gets. Oh no, the amount heal. So that's another 14 on top of that, I think.
39, 43 hit points.
I could
take a little bit more, but that's okay for now.
At some point, Mara would like to go rifling through, sort of under the pile of definitively priorly deceased owlbear to see if she can find the source of the soft hooting.
Okay, Coriel.
Yep.
You don't see anything that would indicate like a specific maker's mark. This is very well made barding, but not one that would kind of necessitate that kind of mark. But your glance over is enough to determine A, that this is pretty valuable to the right person, and B, that there is absolutely no way in hell ever that an owlbear would let you put it on it. Unless something, unless you are either incredibly talented or you had magical help.
Fair. Jin's going to drop a couple of the rebuke death abilities he has on Gore, which isn't a huge amount of healing, but it's extra healing.
That'll do.
That's another what? That's 13.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
Okay. Right. Shall we investigate the next room with the soft hooting and the stank?
Oh, you're way late. Mara's already there.
Okay.
She is absolutely trying to find a baby owlbear and stuff it in her pocket before anyone else notices. Are they pocket-sized? No. Does she care? Not a bit.
I'll move you over to the section. Okay, so this cavern that you are in reeks of old death. You can see pretty clearly now that there is a corpse of what you can determine used to be an owlbear, along with the bodies of 2 owlbear cubs and 6 humanoid bodies scattered around the area.
Oh, the poor babies. Who would do such a thing?
It looks like an adventuring party. Tried to take out the owlbear, killed the mum and the babies. Then they got killed by dad. That's my guess.
Mm.
What I want to know is who in their right mind tried to put barding on an owlbear?
But more importantly, who succeeded?
Most importantly, is there a baby owlbear under there?
You can hear some soft, plaintive hooting coming from below the body of the owlbear.
Bring me the baby.
Coriel, you'll know from your experience of dealing with magical creatures that owlbears consider anything bigger than a mouse to be prey.
Mara, no. I
Mara,
mean,
yes.
no, I mean this. Like, it will try to eat you.
Acknowledged.
Okay, I've done my due diligence.
Mara, there does appear to be the body of an owlbear in the way, and you are a very small halfling.
Damn it. That means I need to convince someone else to aid and abet my shenanigans.
Coriel is going to take his time and start looking over the bodies and see if there's anything on them.
Okay, give me
I
a
will
perception
help
check.
Corey out with that.
Will anyone help me find my baby owlbear?
I'll help you kill it.
So,
No! It's a baby!
It's an owlbear.
It's a baby!
how long does prayer last?
1 round per level.
So are we still going to be under the effect of prayer, or is that going to pass?
Yeah, I think for these checks you will be.
Okay, so that's just a +1 on top of my 30.
Okay. So 5 of the bodies are decked out in pretty standard issue looking gear. the only thing that really changes between them is kind of like the provenance. They're clearly like from different places, but wearing similar gear. However, this chappie, just next to the owlbear corpse, appears to have much better gear on him. And although it's initially difficult to tell from the huge claw marks through his body, this guy does match the description you have heard of Eirik. The bandit lord who was gathering up people from the stag lord and had apparently tamed an owlbear.
Evidently wasn't that tame.
Womp womp.
He's holding a good amount of gear, including a quite nice looking chain shirt and longsword. And there is also you also find 2 throwing axes on him. That look quite well made. There are 2 potions. A jar of restorative ointment. A vial of antitoxin.
Ooh.
2 smoke sticks. A tanglefoot bag. And 2 thunderstones.
Cool.
He is also wearing a ring that appears to be. It looks like some kind of. It looks almost like grass that's been woven around a series of gems.
Okay.
If you want, I can brew up and identify and figure out what all these things are.
Let's see if Jin can identify without taking up any sort of further resources.
Fair.
Um,
I mean, I'm also pretty good at magic stuff at base, but I'm also a potion man.
Jin's got detect magic, so if you want to identify the potion, that would be good.
Sure.
So Jin is going to start focusing on detect magic.
Okay. So Jin will detect that the chain shirt and longsword both contain magic. The ring definitely does. And the 2 potions have a hint of magic to them.
The ointment, I'm guessing that's not.
It's not magical.
Okay. So the axes, I'm guessing, are just masterwork throwing axes.
That would be your best guess, yes.
Okay, so that's 3 spellcraft checks from Jin.
There is a faint magical aura from the jar, but it's recognizably restorative ointment.
So 3 spellcraft checks. Are we still under the prayer effect?
Yes.
Yep. So chain shirt, sword, and ring.
Okay. The chain shirt. Sorry, you recognize as a +2 chain shirt. The longsword, you're pretty sure is just some kind of enhanced sword, but you're not sure what level. And let's see, the ring. appears to be a ring of bestial friendship. Or ring of animal friendship, sorry.
Okay. Jen will relay that to the party.
I'll see. You'll also note that it's cursed.
Okay. So the ring is cursed.
Yeah.
Okay, so the ring apparently is one of animal friendship, but that's bearing a curse. Imagine it's Jin saying this. Guessing Coriel will probably also know that things like animal friendship don't work on owlbears because they're not animals.
So, under normal circumstances, yes. But from what you've pieced together, it looks like it did work on the owlbear.
Was Irek one of the guys that was with the Stag Lord?
No, he was gathering up forces kind of in the wake of it.
Okay, I seem to remember that. I know that there was somebody that was with the Stag Lord that cheesed it when we attacked, wasn't there? It was the guy that turned invisible and just ran away.
Doesn't
That
appear
was-
that this is the guy.
Yeah.
That was part of when we were defending the shop, right?
Trading post.
I'm pretty certain we killed that person in the Battle of the Shrike Wall later.
Do you want
so
an
as
alchemy
well.
check? Do you want an alchemy check for the potion also?
Yeah.
35.
Those are potions of Speak with Animal.
Nice.
So from what you can piece together, like Ira came here pretty prepared to do what he came here to do, but clearly something went very badly wrong.
Probably because he wore a cursed ring.
Yeah, that probably didn't help. You also find a map on Irik's body. The map is a map of the Green Belt, which is part of the area that you're in, with Shrike Wall and the Owlbear Lair clearly marked.
Oh, I'm so glad you got yours, mate. I'm wondering if he's sick to the owlbear on Shrike Wall. Specifically.
Well, even if he did, that owlbear is now dead.
And he's dead.
And he's dead. So what we've got to do now is get rid of the remaining owlbear cubs so we can move on.
Yep.
I mean, if we leave the owlbear cub here, it will just start devouring these bodies and its siblings and its mother, and it will just grow and become another owlbear problem in like 10 years' time. I have no issue with that. It's always sporting to leave it for someone else to deal with. It will depend on what Jin wants.
Give me an appraise check real quick, Coriel.
Nope.
You've heard owlbear cubs might be valuable.
I mean, I know that owlbear cubs, I think, can get a fair bit of money on the market, but it's going to be containing and transporting it that's probably going to be an issue.
Honestly, I'm of the opinion we just leave it here, let it do what owlbears would normally do, and then owlbears don't range into people's houses to like mall cities and stuff.
No.
Clearly, they had a plan to do so. I'm not of the opinion we capture the owlbear. My opinion is either we leave it or we kill it.
As the mutagen wears off and the negative wisdom modifier goes away, Mara also thinks better of adopting an owlbear.
So I'm thinking if we leave it, I mean,
We should definitely not sell it because someone might do something stupid with it.
yeah, that's a fair point. As much as I want a lot of money, there are a degree of scruples involved here. Yeah, should we just leave it here and let nature do?
We take the bodies of this bandit team out. We bury them.
Yeah.
Let nature take its course with the owlbear cub.
I mean, it's got an awful lot of carrion here, plus however many bugs and spiders it could want to consume.
Yeah. That would be my suggestion.
Yeah, let's let nature do what nature do.
Okay. So
Should we check out
we start dragging the humanoid bodies out to let Jin perform some last rites and bury them, and then I guess we leave.
We still haven't checked out what was down that shambling mound cave.
Let's clear these bodies out and then we can focus on that. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just saying we shouldn't walk away from the cave entirely until we've checked out the last bit.
Oh hell no!
Might be more down there, or some other shenanigans.
I want to scrub every single inch of this cave to see if even a gold piece, a single gold piece, be worth it.
Or, to be fair, what if we camp outside for the night, take a nap, and go check out the tunnel in the morning when we're not all bleeding to death?
I mean,
yeah, no, that sounds boring. Let's go now.
I'm good to kind of carry on for a bit. Jin seems to be in good spirits.
Who needs hit points anyway?
Anything of note in this main cavern?
It is. The ceiling of this huge cavern arches 30 feet into the air. A murky pool of water stands in the western portion of the cavern in front of a narrow passage, little more than a crack that opens in the wall. Wider, sloping tunnels lead out of the cave to the north and southeast. A jumble of bones, rock, fur, and feathers sits piled against the southern wall.
So that's the water. Guessing this is the southern wall?
Yes. Yeah, so it looks like... do you recognize the area as Owlbear Nest?
I will have a rummage through the nest and see if there is anything that might be even remotely valuable.
Okay, give me a perception check.
Oof, that's low. That's really poor.
You search through and confidently do not discover anything except owlbear droppings.
Okay. Yep, let's carry on then. So that's the tight squeeze corridor down the tunnel down there.
Yeah, so there's a little side entrance here. The main entrance is there, and there's a little side tunnel here. I will not really be able to fight with my weapons in here, so I'll just have to be limited to my hand axe. It's quite hard fighting with a greatsword in a 5-foot corridor when you're already stooped down.
Well, it's either Mara or Lego can carry on down this tunnel. I can try and squeeze down, but it's going to be a tight fit.
Yeah,
That feels like a Leggles problem.
the tunnel is about 5 feet high. So larger people can squeeze into it, but it will be a very uncomfortable experience.
I'll go. I'm going down the tunnel.
Okay, give me a perception check as you're walking down.
Yes, apologies for the constant turning of the token, but because my my miner's lamp is directional, I have to face the direction I'm going, otherwise I can't see anything. Perception. $21.
Okay. Don't seem to see anything apart from water running down the cavern section and by your feet.
Oh, it's damp. Oh, it's very damp. Very damp here. Ah,
Coriel, do you want to go ahead?
Stop there.
cool. This is the part where I die because I'm down a tunnel that none of my party can fit through.
We could fit, it's just we have to go a bit slower.
So, as you step there, the section of floor that you are heading towards collapses. Make a reflex saving throw, please.
Oh no. Oh dear. 26.
Okay, you just about manage to throw yourself backwards and avoid the jump backwards away as the floor collapses underneath you.
Nope, 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 nope. Nuh-uh.
Everything all right there, Mara?
Nope. Someone tried to collapse on me. No, thank you.
Do you see anything beyond the bit of the tunnel that tried to collapse on you?
It's the other end of the lake.
Yeah.
Okay.
Looks like it fed into the small pool of water that was in the southern part of the previous cavern part, except now it's falling down into the section of hole that Mara just created.
Okay. Well, I think we're done here then, right?
Sounds
There's
about
another
right.
tunnel.
Hmm?
What about this tunnel?
Which tunnel?
This tunnel.
Just
Do you not see a tunnel here?
That takes you outside.
Oh.
Look at all this outside you can see. You stick your head through here.
Oh yeah. I am not a smart halfling.
I know we've been in the cave for quite some time, but that's what the sky looks like.
I've spent too long in here. I don't think I can go outside now. I'm an inside man now.
Well, bye.
Don't leave me.
All right, let's go bury these people, and then
Yep.
we should head back.
Okay, so important question. Jin will mention to you that the ring is safe to carry. It, or in fact, from Coriel's knowledge, the ring is safe to carry and take with you. It's only if you attempt to use it that the curse would affect you. Do you take it with you?
Probably.
Yeah.
That's what I do. I mean, there's always a way to get curses removed.
Do we know what the curse does? I suspect it has something to do with the giant owlbear turning on him, but it'd be nice to know for sure.
Yes. So, this is a modified variant of the Ring of Animal Friendship, which allows you to control magical beasts as opposed to animals. The curse part of it is that the effect only lasts for a few minutes, after which it instills in whatever you charm a murderous, incomprehensible rage.
So it lasted just enough time for him to put the armor on the owlbear, and then he realized what a terrible idea that was.
Yes.
Quite possible.
It appears that the first target of the rage is whoever is wearing the ring.
So what you're telling me is that if we can get the curse removed, then I can have a baby owlbear. Hmm?
This feels
That
like
sounds
you're
like a Jin problem, my lord.
This feels like you're determined to take away what you will from this information. So
Yes,
nothing I say is going to change your mind.
correct.
Yeah, I'm not going to waste my breath.
And those who are trained, it can go be a knowledge arcana roll.
I am trained in that one. Well, hey.
Uh,
20.
20 is enough to know that the ring is not made of grass. It is made of fey hair. That looks surprisingly very similar to grass.
Okay. New plan. Scratch the curse. Could I have some of the hair?
I mean,
For spell component reasons.
hmm.
Or that break the ring as well.
Gore is having an idea. Gore is unsure if he's smart enough to have this idea.
Give me a straight intelligence check if you want that. Yes, Mara. Salvaging the hair from it for component reasons will destroy whatever magic's on the ring.
Hmm. 13 doesn't feel like a high enough roll to have the idea that I'm having right now.
It's enough to have an idea.
No, Gore will keep this to himself for a little bit longer.
Okay.
He's not a smart barbarian. All he knows is he must smash.
Okay. So, digging 6 graves takes a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Even relatively shallow ones with relatively unimportant markings on them. Jin says a ceremony with that kind of practice drone that indicates that he's done this a lot. Commending their souls to Pharasma and praying primarily that Pharasma judge them fairly. Judge them for their deeds and their intentions. And may they pass on to the place that they deserve. Which, by the time that he finishes, brings you into nighttime.
We should get some distance away from the cave before we set up camp.
Yeah.
Agreed. Baby might be cross.
Baby might be hungry and might smell us and or any food we have with us. Be tempted.
That.
Okay. Can we go onto the big map?
I'll shift you over.
Woo! Why sort of marking that says Doom?
That's where you just emerged from.
Oh, amazing. How far? So you say we're at evening or nighttime? Yes.
Yeah.
How long does it take to travel 12 miles?
So if you force marched, you would be there by morning. If you rested and then went first thing in the morning tomorrow, you would probably get there late morning, like late morning, early afternoon.
Should we just move to to move away from where the cave is to here, and then set up camp for the night?
Yeah.
Okay. You get away as it switches from as it goes into late night, and you're able to set up camp and rest for the night. And as you rest, you level up.
Woo!
We're Pathfinder 2E or 1E? I can't remember now.
1E.
Thank you. Okay. 8th level barbarian. A rage power. And all my saves go up.
I can't remember how to do the level up on here.
That's all right. That's something we can sort out kind of in between sessions. I'll walk you through the process on that one. That's absolutely fine.
Cool.
It's mostly just to let you know that you have the level up.
Nice.
Oh, I look at my list of rage powers now, don't I? Okay. That's fine. Hit points. Skill books go up.
Ah, boo. Pathfinder Compendium on Roll20 doesn't have the improved dirty trick feat on it.
Oh no.
That means I've got to do it manually like a barbarian.
We have a barbarian right here.
Okay, a caveman then.
Wrong with being a barbarian. So skills done. How many hit points is it?
Were we doing average hit points?
You can roll or take the average. I don't mind.
So
I've been
7
taking the average because I don't trust my rolls.
Yeah, same. Don't have a history of averages on here.
Oh, we get an ASI this.
Oh, heck yeah, we do.
Do my stat debuffs go away?
1 point of attribute damage will get removed every long rest for each of your attributes.
Cool. So that gives you back a lot of hit points.
I need to pick another language.
Okay, rage powers. Do I qualify for any more dragon ones now? Oh, I do get one. Oh, that's fun. Right. So, Dragon Token Resilience.
Okay, so while leveling up stuff is being pondered, that is the end of this book in the section. So there are two, excuse me, two major paths to go from here. I don't want to progress too far ahead just because I'm cognizant we're missing people, and I'll need to do some reading up on the next module that we're going on. So from where you are very close to an area called the Mud Bowl, which you remember that the local witch in the area, the old beldame, said that if you wanted to do her a favor, you could go into that area and collect some very particular mushrooms that only grow there. Assuming that you can get past the large plant that guards it. So that's
Yes.
that's one place you could go, and then alternatively you could just head straight back to Shrikefall from where you are, which should take the better part of half a day, and get you there in the afternoon. Those are your two major options as dawn breaks on the next day.
I do not mind.
Sorry, the options again were
So you're very close to the mud bowl,
Which is where
which
the
is where you
Beldane-
could. Yeah, you'd have to defeat some kind of plant that lives in the area, but you could gather up some mushrooms that the old Beldane wants. Or you could head straight back to Strikewall.
I crave shrooms.
Should we? Do we want to try and do the mushroom harvesting, or would we rather head back to Shrikewall, divest a load of stuff, put stuff into like storage for another time, and then head out, or what are we thinking?
I mean, if we're here, we can go and kill a plant monster en route on the way home.
Yeah, works for me.
Yeah, I do not mind.
Okay. I should have this one set up already, but I'm just going to quickly double check. Where are you? There you are. Okay, so I'm going to move you over onto the map and then stick your tokens on at the southern edge. We have Mara, we have Gore, we have Jin, and we have Coriel.
Okay. I realise a bit more maths I have to do. Because level 8 is when all of my things proc. That's fine. Okay, so power attack went up by 1. Okay, so that means accurate stance went up, so all of my non-power attacks get +1 to hit. +2.
Okay, I'll give you the description as you come in. A wide pool of bubbling mud sits in a defile between the hills here. Large mounds of fungus and mushrooms thrive on the mud bowl's banks, and in the noxious air, several of the fungi grew to heights of 10 feet or more. So, there are two things to note as you come in. First is I'm going to need a fortitude saving throw from each of you.
Mm-hmm.
A fortitude saving throw, you say?
This is against poison for anything that is relevant to that.
Excellent, that makes that a 26.
Ooh. That is Coriel's.
This would be a good time for somebody who's done particularly poorly to perhaps chug that vial of antitoxin we got.
That's for Jin. So Jin, I believe, is fine.
So, Gore and Coriel, you are sickened as you breathe in the noxious fumes of this area.
Okay.
And the other thing to note is that this mud is considered difficult terrain.
Oh dear.
Now you can give me perception checks as you look around the area.
Am I okay to have like started to buff myself before doing that, or am I?
Yeah, you could have prepared to come in beforehand. That's fine.
Okay. So I would have taken acute senses and heightened awareness for definite. There's my perception. There we go. And drop inspiration on that. So yeah, that shouldn't have a -1 on it. It shouldn't have the penalty to sicken because it's not a damage roll.
That's fine.
But I think that'd be 7 anyway.
So as you're looking through the area, you spot these mushrooms. They're about 8 inches tall. And they each have they're this large, black, semi-hollow head to them. These are the mushrooms that the old beldame is looking for. You also notice, both Coriel and Mara notice, that around about here, where I'm pinging, there's something lying in wait.
That would be the plant monster then.
Yep.
Sorry, could you ping again? I missed it. Cool.
Any sort of like inkling as to what it could be?
Give me a knowledge nature check.
Drop the inspire on that.
That's 23.
Yep.
This is a creature called a Tendraculos. It is a huge regenerating plant monster that is usually created when kind of dark or stale magic infests an area full of plant life, or where there's a thin boundary between the material plane and where the Fae live.
Okay. Any idea on if there is a way to stop it regenerating?
You're pretty sure that you're pretty confident that fire will halt its regeneration. You're also pretty confident that due to the environments that it lives in, it won't be affected by acid.
Is Gore still struggling with rot damage?
I am still injured from it, yes. I am feeling better than I was yesterday. But I'm still not 100%. In fact, I think that I need about a week before I'm back to full capabilities.
Jin will cast Lesser Restoration.
Okay, that's 1d4 stat back, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So your choice is either Dex or Con.
Con.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Okay. It is not enough to recover me any extra hit points.
I tried.
It's fine.
But yes, it is a it is an ambush predator, and tends to try and use some flesh-like tentacles to grab its prey, bring it into its maw, and then dissolve it. So you think it will probably wait for you to get close.
Okay,
And these mushrooms are the things we have to pick, right? Rather than things that are going to hit us.
Inches tall.
Okay.
About yay big.
Mara, I think your bombs are going to be very useful here.
Let's go.
Okay, this is going to be a big, big fight, I think. I ain't feeling too hot, but we can get around that, I think. Okay, so this is going to be a big fight. Coriel is going to drink a potion of Expeditious Retreat.
Do we have anything of protection from acid?
May well do. I'm still in a weird wibbly state between levels.
Trying to think what Jin's got.
I think I did my maths correctly. It's 'cause all of my things like power attack and accuracy stance all went up together. So as a balance of this number goes up, this number stays the same, but this number goes way up. Okay, I am ready when you are.
That's really weird.
Mara, could I have my standard addictive potions of shield and strength, please?
Yeah, I will take a couple seconds. I will brew up 3 shield potions, one for each of us. A bull strength for Gore. If anyone else wants a bull strength, they can have one too.
It's +2 AC for shield, right?
+4.
Oh, delicious +4. Strength up.
And immunity to magic missile.
Incredible. I'll take a shield of faith as if Jin has one going.
Jin definitely has a Shield of Faith available. So that's a +3 for you. Heal target Coriel's rapier with sun metal.
Oh God, hang on. I need to just demonstrate something in a second. look at those numbers.
Nice.
That was a bad roll on damage.
Ouch.
My craft alchemy is now plus 25.
Incredible.
Coriel is going to drink an extract of Cat's Grace and an extract of Paragon Surge.
Ooh.
Paragon Surge doesn't stack with the Cat's Grace for the dexterity bonus, but it does give him a feat that he doesn't already possess for a few minutes. I'm trying to think what I want to go for with.
Okay, I'm ready to go. Let's do this.
Trying to see what things Jin has that could potentially fall on prayer.
Mara's just juggling bombs with a grin on her face. Like, she's good to go.
Oh, Mara,
Yeah.
how much damage do your bombs your bombs do when it's like the splash damage?
Minimum. It's changed now. Hang on. I got smarter.
Oh, of course.
8.
Minimum 8, you say?
Yeah.
I just remembered when I hit level 8, you get a stat up, don't you?
I picked intelligence. I was on an odd numbered intelligence.
Ooh. I think I just put my strength up by 1.
That would be smart.
Oh, numbers go big. Plus 26 to hit with my great axe if I am not power attacking. That is silly. Only because of strength. Okay. So you said minimum 8 damage from the splash. Mara.
Yes.
8 from splash. Okay.
But it's okay. It's Granny's formulation.
Oh, it's the one that gives it's taking damage with brief fire instead.
Yes. I brew it up with a tiny little bit of each of your hair or spit or toenails, and then the fire doesn't burn you.
I'm not even going to ask any questions anymore. Is everyone ready to go?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm taking Vital Strike as my feat granted by my extract.
All right. Let's move into a position where I'm going to trigger some sort of fight. These mushrooms hostile?
They are. They appear to just be mushrooms.
Cool. Okay. So I'm going to attempt to startle the ambush predator. If everyone's ready for me to do something rather dumb. Coriel, are you absolutely certain it is there?
Pretty damn certain. Would it not be best to have Mara throw a bomb and then we go in?
I like this plan.
I mean, I was going to rage and charge it. That would be surprising, wouldn't it?
I think.
But yes, well, no, Coriel, let's do it your way. I'm happy with that. Let's just throw a bomb at it.
It is far enough away that I will have to infuse a piece of slingshot ammo with it and fire it with my shot because I don't have a throwing arm that good. I'm so glad I took the the infused weapon discovery, infused ammo discovery even. Gives me bonkers range. And yeah, I shoot off a bomb at
Okie doke.
that's the guy. This is against his touch AC.
That will hit, even with the bonuses from cover.
Nice.
Oh, I don't like that token artwork.
Ooh, 18 damage. And he is now on fire. Let the games begin. Oh no.
I don't like
Oh,
that
I don't
token
like
art.
that.
That's horrid.
I'm not having the same visceral reaction to that monster as the one from the troll cave castle thing.
Which one?
I've blanked it from my mind, but it was one of the weird like hyena creatures.
I remember.
the troll.
Oh, yeah,
Oh
those.
no, the stretched out badgers.
Yeah, they're not okay.
Hmm.
Okay. So we're going to start off with Mara's turn. So you definitely hit, and you definitely seem to injure it. It wasn't surprised, however.
It knew we were here.
Coriel.
Okay,
Reminder, this is difficult terrain.
which is why I drank Expeditious Retreat. I can get to it. Hey, I'm gonna study it.
Mhm.
I'm gonna yeet myself bodily towards it.
It will get an attack of opportunity as you pass into its reach,
That's fair.
but misses.
And I'm going to attempt a studied vital strike.
Look. That is a hit.
Excellent. I will. Oh, I did not put on the fact that I've got the sun metal. It's an extra 2 points of fire damage on that.
Okie doke. We now pass on to its turn.
Oh no! Wait, did you just go straight past Mara, or?
Mara just had her turn.
Oh, of course.
To throw a bomb at it.
Yep.
Can't double dip. As funny as it would be.
Fair.
It's going to whip out at Coriel with its tentacles. First is a dirty 20.
That's a no.
How about a 23?
That's also a no.
We all shielded up.
And then it's going to aim a bite at you.
That hits.
Okay.
Ah, my organs.
So it's going to attempt to grapple you. That is a 30 for a grapple.
Yeah.
Okay, I am going to need a fortitude saving throw from you, please.
The risk was calculated, and I'm very bad at maths.
Drink the antitoxin.
Do I have the antitoxin?
I mean, you're not in a position to drink it
Oh
currently.
no.
Oh no.
Coriel, you are paralyzed and swallowed whole. So, you take 14 points of piercing damage from the bite.
Mm-hmm.
And 5 points of acid damage.
My skin, my flawless skin.
It's all right. It's just exfoliating. It's fine.
Ah, I understand. He's going to add swallowed by Pendriculos to his morning routine.
And then I will just make sure exactly how Swallow Whole works.
I'm upset that Jin does not have the spell drop him. Would it respond to being talked to like a dog?
It's be fine. All right.
Yes. So, Coriel is being eaten alive. Gore, it is your turn.
Gore would enter a rage. in words that shock nobody. It's a little different this time. So beforehand, he got like a little hint of like copper scales, like just on like the sort of bones of his cheek. Now the scales are a lot more prominent, so it's almost like a full like face of golden scales mixed on a sort of greenish orc tide. But now the scales all seem to go down his arms, and what you can see of his shoulders in a sort of interesting pattern. A lot more dragony than he used before. 10, 20, 30, 40. I would like to attack the big monster, please. Alex has seemed to have just gone away. Oh no. For the audience at home, I will in fact be using my elemental rage power. Actually, no, I won't. No, what was turn? Because I can only do it once, and let's do it when I get a full round attack. All right, we need to distract and entertain the audience until our GM comes back and tells us what we can do. They're back.
back.
Oh,
Hello. Apologies for that. Things just crapped out briefly. Okay, so you are able to target either the plant itself or specifically the area that Coriel is caught in.
ooh. Why only get one attack? Let's see if I can like get Coriel out. I will not use my elemental rage power because I've realized I only get one attack when I do this because it's not a full round action. So let's just hit it once and see what happens. Let go of my Coriel. 39 to hit for 22 slashing damage.
That cuts out Coriel. He spills out with a pool of acid following him. So that is...
So the image I have in my head is like Coriel very like deftly dodging like tendrils coming at him, and then just suddenly just hop.
That's more or less what happened.
And then I cut you out like some sort of horrendous Fey nightmare slip and slide.
So just, he'd probably still like paralyzed, just like eyes darting around in terror.
Yes, you bloody it, or the plant equivalent, as you cut that section of it open and Coriel slips out.
It's sappy, I understand.
It is now Jin's turn.
Okay. Jin can only move about that far. I think it's probably going to drop a channel energy. Uh, 16 damage back to anybody who's taking damage.
I think it's just you.
Just me. Oh. I thought Gore took some in that last.
No, the so when you the little mini heals that top me up to full.
Plus we've rested, so.
Coriel, you are paralyzed for the foreseeable future. Unfortunately. The paralysis lasts a very long time. Mara.
Pretty straightforward. More bomb. Go boom.
Or bomb.
Only bomb.
Get another chance to carry on with your turn. I'm just going to double check how paralysis works. Sadly, paralysis. The saving throw.
Your audio cut out there.
Oh, sorry. Unfortunately, paralysis is the exception to the rule. You don't get an additional saving throw.
Oh no.
So, all right, we just need to remind our boss Jin that sometimes taking things that remove debuffs is a useful thing to have.
On the assumption that a 28 hits, that's 18 points of fire damage. Oh, and he is still on fire. Sorry, I far too late for the start of his last turn, but at the start of his next turn, he either takes additional fire damage or needs to spend his turn putting out the fire.
That leaves it very badly injured.
And I'm going to move up as far as I can in the difficult terrain.
Oof. It's on its last legs. And it's going to attempt to punish Gore for its hubris.
That's reasonable.
Oh dear.
I mean, I wouldn't have it any other way. Your magic number is 21 to hit.
So that's a miss. Second miss. The bite hits.
Cool. I will take 13 damage from that.
And a fortitude saving throw.
Absolutely, my lord.
Oh no!
I'm going to reroll that. I'm using a reroll.
Okay.
Good
A
decision.
19.
That is enough. You are. You feel the venom starting to seep in, but you manage to shake it off.
Hilarity is a 20 because it's against paralysis. Oh.
Okay.
Rage powers coming in clutch.
You are probably going to kill it.
So, in some sort of like ridiculous anime superpower move, I'm going to activate my elemental rage power for fire damage.
Leave the head intact.
And then we're just going to go ham. So, full round attack. And I rolled 2 nat ones. Incredible. And then I'm going to bite it because sod that. I will bite it for 13 damage.
Your bite tinged with dragon fire cuts through an important tendril, severing the last part of it that your axe missed, and the creature falls in half.
Incredible. Oh, God, I love having 3 attacks around.
You already know what I'm going to ask now.
one mushroom was smooshed into useless paste. During the fight.
No! Not useless paste.
And I will
How can
stop
I harvest
raging,
its venom? Paste.
and nothing of value was lost.
Okay, with that, the area is clear, and you're able to gather up the remaining, I believe, 17 black rattle caps. They do not appear to be poisonous, but they do make a nice little shaking noise. They make a rattling noise when you shake them.
The whole time, Coriel's just.
I'm going to
The
pick Coriel up like some sort
the
of like
paralysis lasts
princess
for
baby.
another 12 rounds. So for about a minute or so, you are held in place.
I'm going to lift Coriel up.
Is-
It's
like
like
a
imagining
baby.
like he's completely solid with like just a rapier held out. Just
With that,
Is-
sorry, go on.
Sorry, I was just going to say, is there enough of this creature left to try to harvest its venom?
Possibly. Give me a check. It'll be a difficult one.
This is fair. Alchemy, I'm assuming? Or
Yeah.
something else?
Yeah, let's go for craft alchemy.
33.
That will get you some diluted version of its paralysis venom, which I will work through later on. So
Sorry.
that's all right. We'll tally up things kind of in between sessions, and then you'll be able to head back safely to Shrikewall, and you will be able to start the next book of the adventure. Ooh.
Ooh.
Anything could happen. There might even be
yeah.
liches.
Might even be liches. Oh, don't get me too excited, Alex.
Don't want.
So with that, we are concluding this section of Gendermaker. I appreciate your patience in us dealing with technical issues. It's just unfortunately the way of the internet sometimes. So we will hopefully be able to gather everyone up at some point in April. I will check with the party when people are free and go from there. But until then, thank you very much to my party for dealing with my shenanigans. Thank you very much to anyone who's watching either on Twitch or YouTube. And thank you very much to Sean, who has been running things behind the scenes to make sure everything runs smoothly. Or as smoothly as it can, given my own limitations. That's going to be everything for us now, but hopefully we will see you in April.
Also, thank you to RDM for dealing with our shenanigans.
true.
Thank you for trying to kill me. It's greatly appreciated.